Hey guys, Xaradoth here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the support shaper Zeri. Zeri is a long-ranged, high-harass, high-utility support who, with quick use of single-target buffs, can change the tides of a fight in her favor. The same stands for offense. In her kit, Zeri has a slow that deals moderate damage and reduces magic resistance. Also, she has a single-target instant cast silence that proves extremely useful when coming into contact with high-burst shapers. Zeri's Q Spatter is one of her most iconic spells, and also one of the most annoying to fight against. It deals moderate damage, applies a slow, and reduces magic resistance, which allows an ally to make quick work of the poor sap. That, along with the fact that the spell is on an extremely short cooldown, makes lane phase a snap against most shapers. Zeri's W, Muse, is a little bit lackluster. It grants power passively, which increases with every level, and when activated on an ally, grants the ally a percentage of Zeri's stats, buffing them but weakening you. Zeri's E, Desaturate, is extremely useful and can be easily used to shut down pesky casters before their combo gets off. It also deals some damage, making for quick harassment if necessary. Zeri's ultimate is Prismatic Vortex. You've probably seen it in the form of a purple swirl around a shaper that looked a little bit intimidating. Her ultimate instantly heals an ally for a significant amount of health and grants them bonus power based on the amount of enemies in the purple swirl. Her ultimate is extremely useful for both offense and defense. If haste is built, the cooldown is not extremely long for the impact it provides, making Zeri an extreme threat. After several hours of play, I found a build that I feel suits Zeri and makes the most out of her presence. To start, I suggest buying a life and 2 pots. This will allow you to survive some harass and be able to heal through the entirety of the laning phase. Your first trip back, which is at around 1500 Vim, I suggest buying a Might and getting 2 more potions if you have used the ones that you bought in the beginning. With this, you have more health and significantly more power to make your harass that much scarier. Next trip back, which would be at around 2000 more Vim, I suggest getting a protection and time. Protection is built from the life you got earlier in the game, and it increases your defensive stats and also has an aura, which increases the defensive stats of allies around you. The time will increase your haste, which reduces the cooldowns of all of your spells and increases the movement speed of your shaper. The reduced cooldowns will greatly help you with your harassing and utility in fights. Next, I suggest you turn your time into Abolition. This will reduce the magic resistance of a target at any time you deal damage to them, which means your Q will reduce the magic resistance of that target significantly more. This will make them weaker and more susceptible to getting killed. Next, I suggest you get a control from the Strength tree. This will increase your power even more and also allow all of your abilities and damage dealing effects to have an extra slow, which means your Q will slow the targets even more. To wrap up, I would have you change your Abolition into Conquest and your Control into Inevitability. These will increase the effects that they have and also proc your Q extremely well. If your match goes into extreme late game, I suggest topping off with Subjugation, Oppression, or Rampancy, considering they are all extremely useful but expensive items. I leave the end choice to you because each game is different. Now we're going to go to real game situations. Here I'm going to show you why I start Stagger with Zeri. In this clip, as you can see, my lane is pushed towards my end and my binding is down, but I see my team is coming. So I throw a quick Q there to their Amaranth and she gets slowed and her magic resistance is reduced. Then I silence and stagger their Zeri, which zones her from the rest of her team and lets her not be able to use her ultimate. Volek is then able to catch her, and my team secures 3 kills. In this clip I'll be showing you an endgame push that almost means the death of one of my teammates. You can see their Kendra was within inches of killing our Petrus, and then their other teammate comes in to try to secure a kill, but they are quickly shut down too. I shut down the Kendra by silencing her before she can get a jump off and killing our teammate, which would lead to resets and probably decimation for at least me. Next, our Petrus looks like good bait to their Petrus, and he jumps in trying to get in, but with my silence he cannot ult our Petrus, saving him until our Petrus decides to die to the Guardian. Then their Volek comes in, and he gets shut down too. I silence him before he can slow any of us, and I also slow him with my Q. Their Amaranth decides to come in, and with another Q she gets slowed too, and ultimately dies. This leads to us winning the game, and was a true display of how Zeri can impact fights with just her small kit. In this clip, I'm just going to show you how Zeri's W works. As you can see, it's on me right now, but soon I will transfer it to Varion, and then his power will be increased. As you can see, it just flew right to him, and it's on an extremely short cooldown, so during a fight you can transfer it to many different people. But once Varion steps out of range, you'll see it snaps back straight to me, and then I'm able to transfer it back to him. I let it be on him until the bubble popped, and then I go in to try and help him. As you saw, it snapped back to me, and then I gain power, and then I'll place it back on him. And it's an extremely useful ability and can be spammed in a fight if you need to, since there's no cost. In this clip, I'm going to show you how her Q can affect fights as well in a tower dive situation. As you can see, my Varion is getting dove upon by 3 different enemies, and I'm coming up from the rear. I then Q their Petrus, and he then is slowed and takes increased damage from the tower, and we end up securing a kill, and I'm able to harass the 2 away, saving my teammate and securing our team a kill. My presence there might have turned a 1-for-0 exchange plus a binding in the enemy's favor to a 1-for-0 exchange in our favor. As time goes on, the enemy team will soon realize that they don't want to mess with the girl with the paintbrush, and you'll be fine from that point on. This next clip I have is probably one of the better ones that I have to show how Zeri can impact a team. As you can see, we're in a pretty bad situation. Our Volek is in trouble, they have 4 people down bottom, and we don't have a binding to protect us, so we're in dire straits. Our Cerulean comes in and quickly gets bursted by their team. Well, he ults in and I ult him just before he gets out of range, and he's able to secure 2 kills, and we grab the 3rd. The other 2 teammates of the enemy team slowly trickle in, and they'll lead to their demise too. I don't really know why they followed in, but it's fun. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. I tried to make this one a little bit shorter than my last one because it was a bit long. So if you like my videos, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe maybe. Just let me know that I'm doing good stuff, because I really do want to keep making things if people enjoy it. Alright guys, bye.